And we are live. And yes, we are both wearing green. It was not planned.
No, it wasn't.
But I thought this background kind of suited what we're talking about today. So I went with it. Because we are talking about this book that we read in the month of January. So if you've read it with us, we would love for you to join in on the comments and tell us all your thoughts.
We'll show both covers.
Yes, we'll show both. And we will start by introducing ourselves if you don't know who we are. I'm Amanda from Amanda's Booktopia. If you're That means you're here on my channel. And you can also find me on Goodreads and Instagram, which will also be linked down below. And Clint will also be linked down below. So you can find him on Reads Readers here on YouTube as well.
Yes. Are we gonna do our starting ratings?
Yes. Just one second. Initial thoughts and ratings. Let's start with that.
Hi guys, I'm Clint from Reads Readers, like she was saying. Um, this is gonna be a first for us, a really big first. That we do not agree on the rating.
It's a first, for sure.
I gave this a 2.5 out of 5 stars. We'll see if that stays. I was just so bloody confused. And not in a good way. There was moments that I was like, ooh, I like this. Ooh, I like this character. Ooh, I like these side characters. Ooh, this is fun. Oh, this is nice. And then I went, the heck just happened? How did we get here? What? Where are we? How is... You can do that? When was that explained? And then when you got to the sexy time, I quickly went, okay, sexy time's over. Okay, next paragraph. Sexy time's over. Okay, cool. Because it was just, ugh. Okay.
um, I actually had a different experience. I mean, I did find a couple of parts confusing, but overall, I still had a really good time with the story. And so I ended up giving it 4 stars. I was almost at like a 3.5, and then I changed my rating as we got closer to the end because things started happening, and I'm like, ooh, interesting. And then something else happened. I'm like, ooh, even more interesting. And the way that it ended, I want to read the next book. The second book comes out tomorrow, so I definitely want to continue the story and see how it continues. Because even though there were some confusing parts overall, like throughout like the whole vampire thing and the magic system, I didn't really understand the magic system and like what the vampires can actually do in this book. But I still had a fun time with what I did read, even besides that. So I'm like, okay, I can do this. It also gave me vibes of Powerless by Lauren Roberts and a little bit of Crescent City. So, and because I really enjoyed both of those overall, except for the third Crescent City book,
Which
I
doesn't
still
exist.
I still had a good time. So I am definitely going to be continuing the series and see how it progresses.
I just love how at the end you were like, ooh, this is interesting. Ooh, this is interesting. And I'm over here going, the heck is happening? I'm so lost. I'm so confused. Like, I got more and more confused in the end. Like, excuse me, is this a fever dream? Is he really alive? I don't know what's going on, guys. I, okay, this book made me feel dumb.
Really? Like in what way?
Like, it was so... I don't know what was going on was so confusing. World building felt confusing. Magic systems felt confusing. I kind of feel like with this as Lindsay felt with Strange the Dreamer
Oh yeah.
is just I felt dumb. Like I felt like, oh, we should be understanding what's going on in these certain scenes.
Mm.
And me being so lost, I was like, is it a me thing? Or is this book just or is the author just bad at what she's writing? Cause I can't tell if it's a me thing or if it's actually the book.
Are you? Did you have a harder time at the end than the rest of the book, or was it throughout
Yes.
the whole book?
I had trouble in a lot of scenes throughout the book, but it was
Mm.
mainly the last like 10, 15 chapters that I went, I don't know what just happened. All I know is she was going through withdrawals and then they were having sexy times and he's the yin to her yang and Davina can turn into a cat. And Zath has been working for Night the entire time. That's all I understood. Past that, I don't
Well,
know where we were at, what we were doing, how we got to
mm,
where we were. How did how did his brother randomly show up? They were just in her room. I don't know how they were not in their room again because
they
the
were half
brother's
brothers.
there and then they were I don't I don't know. It hurt my head. You can ask Sterling. I kept going,
It's kind of
"What?"
funny that I understood it better than you did.
You can ask Yeah, I agree with Shay. It felt like a fever dream.
um, Letty was here. She said hi, y'all. I can't stick around because I ran out of time in the month. I actually just started this last night. Well, you can always come back and watch our thoughts once you're done.
I hope you like it. I think
And
this is a me thing, not a you guys thing.
Shay says so much confusion. I have to read the second one. I have an arc. Ooh, if you want to buddy read it, Shay, let me know because I plan on getting it. Same Clint last 15 chapters for a fever dream. Yeah, from my understanding, um, this is gonna be spoilers all throughout, anyways. But is that it's basically a reincarnation story. She's
Well, I got that from the very beginning. It was obvious that she was the
yeah,
Star Maiden. It was a little too on the nose.
yeah. It seemed like just like Bryce from Crescent City, and then he's actually Fae, not a vampire, and
Well, he's
so
not fully Fae, he's part something else.
yeah, because he has some darkness inside of him of some kind. Like I think because he and what's his name? That was his brother. They're actually half brothers. They're not even full brothers.
Mhm.
So they only share one parent.
See, I
But
understood
his,
some of that storyline.
yeah, that's why I want to continue because I'm interested to see what like how that's going to evolve.
Do you want to know where my confusion started?
Yeah.
Like towards the end? She was in the labyrinth. And like Hector
Mm.
was there, and I was like, well, is Hector really there or is he not there? Whatever. He's not really the point right now. But it was when um the little snake worm thing ate her.
Oh, it was
That I
all
was like,
confusion.
I don't know what just happened, and that's where everything from then on I was almost lost because I couldn't place where she was.
That was
If
the
I
whole.
could
Yeah.
if I could place where she was at any point in this, besides just in a bedroom having sex with Shadow Daddy, dude.
Right.
Shay, tradition. Hector's a hoe. He's gonna find someone in every book. They're a hoe.
Right. She also says she thinks the author was trying to jump on the Shadow Daddy train last second.
She was a little
From
too
what
heavy
I
handed
understood
with the
at
Shadow
the
Daddy.
end, like before the actual end, she was in a trial. So everything she saw wasn't exactly what was actually being seen. Like for example, like it the clue also said don't believe everything you see. So everything she saw was an illusion, and none
See,
of it
but
was actually real.
that's where I got confused is with the illusion.
What
Part
was
of
illusion
it,
and what wasn't?
like, I couldn't tell which part was the illusion, what wasn't part of the illusion. Is Hector really alive? Why the we I knew Calix was going to appear again at some point. He's a dumbass.
Yeah, I don't really like
I didn't
Callus because
trust him from the minute he appeared.
he was the most confusing character in my opinion. At least with the others, we knew where their loyalties lie and like who they are, and like he was one I could not understand.
I want to know who paid him
Right?
because it was his fault that the soul vampire thing was there.
Yeah. Like if
And
he
then it's
hadn't done that, Cassia would have been there, not Estrella.
and then um the other way around because Cassia was the one that was killed.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that Cassia was supposed to be in the trials, not Estrella.
Oh,
He
yeah.
filled in for her because yeah,
But
she died.
and the fact that Night is the reason why Cassia woke up and went in there, and it's actually her fault, his fault that she's dead. I got
Yeah, I
that
thought
part.
that was a little much.
I was like, so you were trapped behind a veil and you can't do anything. And you can only talk to her, but somehow magically, you're just.
Oh,
Magic doesn't make sense anymore because it's magic! And you can do this thing just so we can have another plot point. That is what that
right.
felt like.
My
I,
major issue with the book was Estrella. I like everything else for the most part I understood. It was Estrella I had a hard time with because she gave me whiplash so many times. She could not make up her mind.
you know
Her
who she
decision
reminds
making was poor, and she was one I had the most trouble with.
you know who she reminded me of?
Bryce,
No, worse.
what?
She gave me Bella level of whiplash. Bella
Ooh,
Swan.
oh, I didn't even think of that.
Or if we go to Crave series,
I haven't finished that series yet.
gave me her too. Oh, yes. Ugh.
Exactly, Shay. That was my thought.
Oh,
She's a
woe
dancer in
is
distress, but
me.
she's good at everything. Turns
And me
out
and
she was good at everything because guess what? She's a star maiden.
Shay, you'll agree, we went from woe is me to woe is me. Horrible woe is me to woe is me. I can't do another book with a oh my god, I can't do anything with him magically. Oh my god, I killed you. I can't do another woe is me character in a row. Ugh.
I mean, I liked Estrella in the beginning because she was fighting in the beginning, and then she gave up so easily. And I'm like, and then she started giving me whiplash from like the rest of the book, and I'm like, come on now. What a way to start the year, right?
Just, ugh. If this is a sign of how these books are going, I quit now.
I mean, besides Estrella, I really liked Rose, well, short for Rosalind.
Mhm.
I really liked her. She was
I
probably one of
did
my
too.
favorite characters, actually.
Her, Davina, and Zath were the three that was actually pushing this book for me to finish.
Yeah, and who knew Zaph was also in on everything? I did not see that one coming.
I did. It felt a little too obvious.
Uh, um, I did have questions, but I think we covered a
Oh
lot
my
of them.
god, we're still on initial thoughts. Wow. And I will try my best not to bash this book as much as I did the Bob book. I don't bash books on the internet these days. Unless thy name is that stupid whatever. What was that werewolf one that I read last year? A Curse of Blood and Wolves?
Oh yeah.
That one deserved to be bashed. These don't deserve to be oh, okay,
Well,
the
we
Ba
kind
book
of already
might.
talked about this a little bit. Um.
No, because nothing felt unique. Everything felt like it was ripping off of another fantasy or dystopian or YA novel.
We were brutal. I feel bad for Hope.
I know, because Hope ended up giving the Ba group book a 4 star, and me and Shay gave it a 2.5. So like this one, I'm trying not to bash something that I know you enjoyed.
No, it's okay. I'm not upset by it.
But I'm not bashing this like the other one. This one was just pure unadulterated confusion.
Right.
This one just irritated me because it should not be labeled as a romance.
Uh.
Is there one thing about the book that could have been improved? Everything. Fix the confusion.
Fix Estrella.
Um this gave me Gideon the Ninth level of confusion, which I DNF'd
I
because
haven't
I
even
was so
read. I've
I
never
w-
read Gideon the Ninth,
well,
but
if
I
you
haven't.
understand this one, I think you'll actually understand Gideon the Ninth
Uh huh.
because I was so confused, so I DNF'd.
Uh.
Sterling loves it. So Sterling might like this. But even he said no, we can unhaul it.
Did we talk about this yet? I don't think so. Well, I
My
I said I liked Rose and Rose the most. I think my least favorite
Divina.
character was Hector. He was terrible. I prefer everybody
Hector,
else to Hector.
Knight, Drayston, the other competitors outside of Rose. If you were a Mel in this and you weren't Zath, I did not like you. This book gave me toxic masculinity at its finest.
Right.
But favorite, Davina, hands down.
Knight. I did kind of like Knight. He's a very interesting character. I mean, I'm interested to see how he progresses in the next book.
See, that if I was to continue the book, it would be because in the audiobook, even though I had to stop listening to the audiobook because of her, his parts, oh, child, I needed a cigarette. Um, if I was to continue, it would be to figure out more about Knight.
Yeah, I'm curious to his backstory a little bit more.
But at the same point, I don't think I care enough. I will just let you do it, and then I'll ask, and then have you fill me in
Yeah, I
on
probably
if
will.
it's a book I should continue.
Yeah, 'cause I usually know like what kinds of books I think you're gonna like. Um, did we talk about this at all? How the characters change by the end of the book?
Did they though?
That's what I was thinking when I put this question in. I'm like, did they actually change?
Because Estrella was the same annoying girl throughout the entire book.
Well, the very beginning, she was. I liked her in the beginning. She was fighting, and she did, and like she was trying to find ways around everything, and not just accepting. Oh, I'm gonna stay here with Hector and never get myself out of here. But she actually got herself out.
Oh, this is not the author's debut. Then nothing I was about to
Yeah.
say was gonna work. Never mind. I was gonna say it felt like Estrella was two separate people.
Yeah, like I did notice that a little bit. I think that's probably why I had a hard time with her like, after Cassia and like passing away, and then she completely did a 180 or 360.
Also, who saw Cassia dying?
I did.
Who thought Tharn of Glass, Nehemia? Is it Nehemia?
Oh yeah, Nehemia.
That
I know who you're talking about.
character that you really love dies so the main character can have a plot in a way into the
Yeah,
castle.
I did see that coming.
All I thought was Thorn of Glass every time they were in that bar, that entire bar scene. I was like, ah, she about to die. Cassia's about to die, and I'm not gonna like this.
Right? And she's trying to get away from Hector, but then once she did, no clue what to do next. Yeah, exactly. Like we all knew she wanted to get away, but she had no plans after that. I would think you want to have a plan before you try and escape.
I mean, she just wanted out, which, do you blame her?
Let's see. How do the secondary characters impact or influence the main character's story? Honestly, Estrella could not have done it without Zaph or Rose
She couldn't have done it without Davina either, because the
or
cat was
Knight.
there in almost every important scene.
Yeah, and she couldn't have done it without Knight either.
No, she's such. I'm gonna be okay. This is gonna sound brutal. Estrella is such a wet blanket of a character. She is a white piece of paper, and without people writing on it, nothing would have happened. I if you take her out of this story, the story can still happen.
Right?
She is not needed. And she's the main character.
I
How are
think
you
she,
not needed?
I think she was needed to help Knight get out of his cage. That was the only reason why I think.
They
Cause
could have turned Estrella into Rose,
yeah,
and it would have been such a stronger book. And make
yeah.
it a love triangle with Zath and Knight.
Ooh, that could have been
That would
interesting,
have made this book 10 times, 20 times, 30,000 times better.
right?
If you
That would.
take out Estrella, I feel like all the confusion would have gone with her.
Ooh, the way you put it just now with a love triangle with like Rose, Zaph, and Knight, that would have been almost exactly like Powerless by Lauren Roberts.
I mean, technically it would be thrown a glass too, but that's beside the point.
I literally never noticed a cat. Yeah, neither did I.
I noticed the cat because I was like, why is there a cat here? This makes no sense. That a
I
cat is just
literally never
randomly
noticed.
here. Because she almost tripped over the cat at one point
Oh yeah, that's right.
in the house that Drayston, the like brothel, whatever place that Drayston like put her in to sleep. And the cat was there petting her. And I was like, why is there a cat? This cat is going to be important and the cat's going to die. I kept waiting for the cat to die. Not to turn into Davina.
Right. If you could hear this the same story from another person's point of view, who would you choose?
Rose.
Yeah. So like you're just thinking, you're just kind of talking about this, but I'm like, this makes sense.
Rose. Get rid of Estrella. I think Estrella is going to go down this year as one of my most hated characters.
Yeah, because
And
he
it's
really was the best
January.
one.
Oh, I don't know. Sammy and Max maybe there too. Cassia, so what
That's funny.
love that. Perfect. Perfection.
Yeah, I think Clint would have loved that.
Yes. But it also, the end of the book also, is it just me? It could just be because of the confusion of it. It felt like it
Uh-huh.
kept dragging the story out. Like you could have cut this by like 100 pages, and it probably would have had a more satisfying conclusion to the first
Mm,
book.
right. Uh, give me just a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay. Do 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 do. I mean, guys, the book is stunning. It's stunning.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, not by choice.
Or Davina watching all her dumb choices. Right? I love the matching shirts. That was not intentional, by the way.
Not intentional at all.
Honestly, I put on a new shirt not long before this, and I have psychic tendencies, so I guess I must have my mind must have connected with Clint somehow.
I've been wearing this all day because I just got home from work, and then I changed into my um green Lucky Bear Care Bear pants, so it would
That
match the shirt.
was completely unintentional, but it's
Sorry
really
about that
funny
weird angle because I don't know what all y'all really saw in that angle. My bad.
though. What do you think of the book's title? How does it relate to the book's contents, or what other title might you choose?
We were dying while reading it, so I'm the star that was dying because we all know I'm a star. Now, um, it makes sense for the story. It's the whole um, when night falls, the world will drown in starlight. Whole thing.
Right. I mean, it made sense to the story for the most part. I think. I mean, because she's a star maiden after all.
Can I state the last vampire book we read was better?
What was the last one? About.
Contract Bound.
Oh yeah. At least that plot has something going for it.
What sex?
It was overwhelmingly erotica for the most part, and I did not know it was actually labeled erotica.
Neither did I. My
Even Ray
bad.
was like, "Can we move along now?"
And I'm the one that suggested it. We all know when it comes to straight, I'm not gonna lean towards erotica. Not that
Right.
that or no, that was sapphic. Sapphic erotica at that. Interesting.
It was definitely interesting though. This, what do you think of the book's cover? How does it convey what the book is about? Honestly, it doesn't have enough stars.
Um, I like it because the dagger in it being wavy represented how it represents Estrella. I'm gonna get really deep with
Right?
this. It's a wavy blade that isn't that good, would not be that well good in a fight because it looks kind of flimsy. And that's how Estrella was most of the book. And there's a lot of black on the cover because night controlled everything.
Yes, I agree, Shay. The cover is way better. Even the
Don't
hardback.
don't judge a book by its cover, but in this one, don't judge the cover by its book.
Except, well, this is the best part right here.
That is, yes,
That's my favorite part.
yeah. My favorite
uh,
part of the book was the book itself, how
right.
it's presented.
I know you said you have some of these.
Yes. Yes. I got some quotes. Okay. So I'm just gonna go down them because I thought these were like really pretty, so like I highlighted as I went. Danger is not in the act, nor the being. It arises when one does not know how to handle a difficult situation.
Mm,
Tell me that quote does not apply to today's climate in the United States.
right.
Something that should be beautiful becomes an utterly destructive, devastating force.
I do love that.
Only when the crown shifts will your heart and loyalty be tested. Not all written past are true, and not all futures told are certain. Like,
That's a
I
good
liked how a lot of these quotes sounded like fortune cookie. Like, kind of, because they were just like so beautiful. Um,
right.
there's something peaceful about the height, private and secret. Not a place to hide, but to explore thoughts without distraction.
Interesting. Mm,
I've known many centuries of torture, he said. So quiet it touched me gently. And yet, the greatest agony is you.
mm, that is a good one.
Because you are the brightest star, he said, a murmur over my lips. And the brightest star needs the darkest night.
Mm, that's a good one.
Of course, this life can drag us to many places against our will. Destiny is a sea, and the boat that fights it will drown. That which rides the storm finds the strength to conquer it.
Right. That's a good one.
Um, Waves can seem high, and they fight with direction, but no storm is eternal. Venture the path that calls to your soul. When the sea calms enough for you to see what lies ahead, that is our want, though it never without challenge. Which also,
Wow.
when these quotes popped in, when the hell did we get to sea? We're on land, so why the heck is this person talking about the sea? But I just thought they were pretty. And then I have one more quote.
Uh-huh.
People fear the dark because they think it's where monsters thrive. They're wrong. The dark belongs to the stars who can't shine without it. It's where passion burns brightest. It's peace and its company. The darkness is you.
Wow.
So you can't shine
Mm,
without your darkness, basically. And I thought that's my favorite quote.
that is a good one. Hey, Beth.
Hi.
I have not finished it. I have been so busy I haven't finished Onyx Storm either. Oh, well, you definitely gotta let us know when you finish it. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
I haven't started Onyx Storm yet, but I'm hoping to this week.
Hmm. And let us know your thoughts on Onyx Storm when you finish that too, because I have thoughts. Well, actually, you should go watch my vlog that just went up a couple hours ago.
Yes,
I
I
just
saw
put up my
that and
Onyx Storm vlog, so.
I flagged it so when I finish Onyx Storm.
Mhm. Well, I made it non-spoiler, so you won't get spoiled for anything.
Oh, I know. I'm still gonna watch it after the fact, just in case, because
Right.
it's me. Because I'll take something you say and I'll run with it, and it'll spoil something for me. You know?
Shay finished.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I haven't watched it yet, but going to. I'm almost 200 pages in Onyx Storm.
Noise.
Yeah, definitely have to let us know what you think of it when you finish. Because of all the hype, I had to put my vlog up of it like sooner rather than later, before the hype all died down. Don't think it's going to die down, but just figured might as well put it up while everyone's putting up their vlogs. You know, 'cause I've been watching everybody's vlogs, spoiler and non-spoiler.
which is why I'm hoping to get to it this week so that I'm not spoiled.
What did y'all rate the book? Both of them. Well, if you're talking about stars are dying, I gave this one 4 stars.
And I gave it a 2.5.
The first time we have completely different viewpoints. That hardly ever happens. Then for Onyx Storm, I gave that 3 stars. I feel like it's the weakest in the series.
And to be continued for my rating.
All right.
Beth, I also read my Ba Book Club book and did the live show for this yesterday, and both me and Shay bashed this a lot in that live, and I gave it 2.5 as well. So I am having a
uh,
great start of the year for book club books.
well, I haven't posted on the Instagram yet for Fiction Falls, but our book for February is going to be Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rohrer because I everyone's raving about that series, and everyone's also raving about the sequel series. So, and I've also heard the sequel series has stuff like crossover stuff from the first series. So I thought it'd be fun to read the first series first, and then go to the sequel series.
And this has been pitched to us as like adult Throne of Glass.
So I am very excited to read Lady of Darkness because I've heard mostly good instead of not as good. So I'm very much looking forward to Lady of Darkness. That will be
Same.
posted on the Instagram. I just haven't done it yet, but I will.
And it should be on my channel.
Mm. Oh yeah, I think we were talking about your Sammy Espinoza book.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
Uh, should I be worried? 3 stars.
I don't know. I've heard 5 stars. I've heard a 1 star. This one gets really mixed reviews.
uh, Onyx Rama's 4 stars though.
Which
Maybe.
is a good thing for Shay because she rated, I think, book one a 3 and I think book two a 3 or a 3.5.
Mm. I've actually had good reads, just slow. There's nothing wrong with that. Ooh, okay, gonna have to read that one. Yeah, I'm very excited for it.
Same.
Don't hate me, but I've yet to read Throne of Glass. You haven't
It's
read Throne of
okay.
Glass yet?
It's
That's
okay.
surprising.
But know that when I will just say,
Uh,
I'm going to put this into the atmosphere now that if and when she announces the spinoff for Throne of Glass, you bet your bottom dollar me and Amanda are going to snatch that crap up, and that is going to be that month's book club book.
Wait, spin-off of Throne of Glass?
Yeah, she stated that after her next ACOTAR book, she's doing a spinoff to Throne of Glass.
Ooh, I did
There's
not hear that.
one storyline she says that is yet to be finished,
Ooh.
and I can only think of
Ooh.
one couple.
Dorian and Manon.
Yep, that's the
Have
only ones. And you know dang well that she's gonna bring that out, and she's gonna get all the fourth wing girlies,
oh
and
heck
then that
yeah.
is why she's gonna give us Manon.
I cannot wait because Manon is my favorite character from Throne of Glass.
Manon is, I think, my favorite Sarah J. Maas character. Period.
Shay.
Next guitar book is. But I'm also scared because Throne of Glass still needs to overlap with Akatar.
I have heard though that the next Akatar book's supposed to come out in November of this year. So I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I heard.
I will not agree to that until I see proof. And then you know dang well we're probably going to choose that for a book pick for us as well.
Right? We have been waiting for the next one forever. Yeah.
Well, she gave us Crescent City, which she shouldn't have. Um,
I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, one can only hope,
Sarah, you might want to put out the books that you're supposed to be putting out before Rebecca Yaros takes your spot.
right? And also, I have a feeling that Crescent City is not done yet.
No, I think we're supposed to get one more.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be House of Many Waters, and we're gonna get Therion's story,
We better. She screwed him over.
right? Because the way the third book ended in Crescent City, like
I
Therion
want
has
a
like
book without Bryce.
nothing and
I
no
want
one.
a I want a book without Bryce.
I mean, I think Bryce will be a side character in House of Many Waters, and we'll finally get to focus on Therion.
I don't
I'm
want her in the
hoping.
book.
'Cause I love Therion. Sometimes your dreams come true that Blue already exists. That's funny. But one last
Not
thing.
that we went off on a tangent with Sarah
Yeah,
J. Maas.
and Rebecca Yarros. Any more thoughts or questions that we haven't covered?
No, because I don't remember much of the book.
Well, I think my only thought is I'm glad Hector's out of the picture.
I am curious to know, and I will probably have you spoil it for me when you read it,
Yeah,
where the king is. I just want to know how he disappeared so easily. That magic was not explained. I can understand why
he
she
picked
would
up the key.
apparate. Like, I would understand why she would apparate with the key. And I'm using apparate because I don't know how else to explain it.
Right, I get
Appearing
it.
one place to in another, or she blinked like in Charmed. Let's go that route. Less transphobic. Um, or she blinked like a warlock and was in one place to the next. How did he? I would understand how she did it because it's her key. So the magic, in a sense, should only work for her
Right,
because it's her key and her magic.
right. Give me just 1 second.
Like, am I wrong, guys? Like, it's her magic. But yes, I'm excited for next month so I can forget this month.
Sorry about that. Um, yeah, I'm definitely excited for Lady of Darkness. But I will let you guys know also. Well, I'll let you know, Clint, and anyone else that wants to know how the second book goes once I get to it. Because I'm also curious as to where the king went with the key. Because he picked up the key and just disappeared. So I'm like, are we in Harry Potter?
He blinked like a warlock and disappeared, and then was there 1 minute and wasn't there a next, and night couldn't follow. You're all
Yeah,
powerful with shadows, and it's the middle of the night, and you can't follow
right?
when you're basically the god of night or the
And, it,
god of death.
and Knight has like all these shadows surrounding him. And I'm like, is this another Zayden?
Hello, that was like totally ripped off of Zayden. Actually, what came first? I'm curious. What came
it,
first, Fourth Wing or this? Because I
I
know
think
this came
fourth
out.
wing.
Oh, this came out in 2023
Really?
because it was indie published.
Oh. Yeah, I think fourth wing started before.
Okay,
Pretty sure.
let's be honest. It's actually a ripoff of Azrael. Let's be honest.
Shay says she finished an hour ago and it's already gone.
I don't blame her. I finished it last night and it poofed out of my head like 20 minutes afterwards.
I will agree with you because I have no idea. and that would be confusing.
There's a lot of confusion. Ugh.
On that note, has anyone's ratings changed? I'm guessing probably not.
I almost want to go lower, but no, it's going to stick at a 2.5. I almost gave it a 1.5, but the fact that I finished it, it deserves at least a 2. And Tavina being the cat, Zath and Rose gave it that extra 0.5, so there we go.
Uh-huh.
Davina being a cat gave it a 0.5. Enough said.
I think I'm still sticking with a 4. Because there's, I mean, I understand where you guys are coming from, so I get like the confusion and stuff. But I still had a really fun time reading it, so I think I'm sticking with it.
See, and I can see why you like it. It's one of those
Mhm.
books in the sense of if you're not as confused, then you're going to really enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
But those of us that are confused, we can't enjoy the ride.
right.
Just like I said with the Ba book yesterday to Hope. I get why she would enjoy it. She connected with the characters.
Yeah.
Me and Shay hate the main character and the love interest. So it's like I hate Estrella. And I don't hate a lot of book characters. And the fact that I read 2 books back to back with so much hatred,
That is sad.
this is just
Fingers
put more
crossed
into.
that Lady of Darkness will be better.
Listen, as long as this is why I picked up the book I picked up today, so I know it's a guaranteed 5. This is the first time on booktube in a long, long time, and it hasn't been since Hooked, that I have done a book club book or a book for like a readathon that I have hated this much, and it was 2 in 1 month.
Even
Two
that's
in
like
one month,
true again.
and I can't even say it's because this is straight. When the Bob pick was gay, well, pan, but whatever. So it's not the fact that this is straight. It's just no.
I'm starting to doubt your blood after life. Pray for me. Actually, I read that book. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars.
I will say, me and Amanda have a recommendation for everybody. Go check out. Is it not Melt for You? That's book 2. Is it Burn for You?
Yes, burn for
By
you.
J.T. Gessinger. My New Orleans mama and daddy.
Right? Like Jackson is everything.
Sorry, Chewy. I didn't know you were right there.
If you read Pen Pal and enjoyed Pen Pal, we highly recommend Burn for You.
Yes, I will be reading Melt for You next month.
Same. I'm gonna buy the ebook on Saturday
And also
and the third book.
for those who have Kindle Unlimited and Audible, if you borrow the series on KU, you also get the Audible for free. Just saying.
Oh, I couldn't with hooks. Read the whole thing and then you just blah.
I gave Hooked a 1 star. A 1 star. And then I had to interview the author.
I know. I was in the comments during the whole thing.
I let everybody else talk about the book and then I asked her writing questions.
You and Kaylani look so uncomfortable.
Kaylani gave it like a 2 star. I gave it a 1. And Mel's over here like going, "Oh, I love this book. Oh my God." Blah, 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 and just carrying on the conversation. I'm just like, Hey, how about what do you use to like? What do you have with you when you write?
So, I actually enjoyed Hooks. I gave it 4 stars. I do want to continue the series. I just haven't yet.
I don't like Peter Pan retellings, especially if it's Hook and Wendy.
All right,
So that was a me issue there.
gotcha. Pan where?
Hello. Hello. One scene mentioning that she is a pansexual as she's getting on the bike.
oh, I didn't did. I'll have to
She
pick that
loved a
up.
pen pal.
Oh, yeah, Pen Pal, so good. One of my favorites. And Burn for You, the second book I read from that author, absolutely amazing. Like it's one of my new favorites of the year already, and we just started the year. And my other
I
favorite is um, Things We um,
left
Left
behind.
Behind. Yeah, Things
Ugh.
Left Behind. Lucy scores a new all-time favorite, and
Lucian. Oh, Daddy Lucy. Oh.
Reckless by Elsie Silver, new absolute favorite.
Um,
Theo is everything.
I'm gonna just say a shout out to Becoming Ted because I felt seen in a book.
Uh, I would die, is what Shay said when you were talking about the author
It,
interview.
yeah, I was like, this is no.
I love it. It's tough.
I mean, when it was Hook and Tinkerbell with Katie Roberts, I was all for it. In the BDSM sex club. Her Disney After Dark series, the Wicked Villains series,
Uh huh.
so good. I still need to finish that series one
Mm-hmm.
day,
That was
maybe.
pretty much all the questions I had, pretty much. So,
You had more than I had for the Ball book. I gave really basic questions like, so any quotes you guys like? Favorite scene? Favorite this? Okay, cool, we're done. Sorry.
so question for you. Clint, did you read Somewhere Beyond the Sea? If so, what you think?
You should go see my video of my top 24 in 2024. Somewhere Beyond the Sea, I do believe came in second, right? I have my list right here. Yes, it came in second. So if that tells you anything, I loved it. But as TJ Klune, I've only disliked one TJ Klune.
The one TJ Klune I did read that I loved was the Whispering Door one. That one I really loved.
And the one that I did not like is right here. That I have DNF'd 4 times.
I can't believe you did that to 4 times.
It is a Pinocchio retelling. I absolutely hate Pinocchio retellings.
uh, that's funny. Beth said she loved the Whispering Door.
Say,
That was a really good one.
and House in Cerulean Sea, I mean, we're talking about them, might as well. In Chauncey. In Chauncey. All he wants to be is a bellhop.
uh, Also, Beth, in case you didn't know, much earlier in my videos on my channel, me and my fiance Ray did a whole book talk talking about Under the Whispering Door. So if you want to check out that video, it should be farther down on my page. Um, okay, Lives of Puppets wasn't a fave, but it was different. Cerulean Sea was my first one. I actually DNF Cerulean Sea.
And we all know my love of Green Creek. And I just saw another special edition get announced that I'll have to get next paycheck. They're going to be $165 for the full set, but I don't care.
Damn.
I don't care. They are stunning. They are the mood. They are everything. Let me see here. Let me pull them up. When I say they are stunning, they are stunning.
uh,
They are. with the houses. It's the eternal by eternal, eternal by I don't know editions.
uh,
I'm gonna send it to you, Amanda, so you can see.
okay.
They're
Uh,
so pretty, and they represent the different like seasons
right.
with the buildings. Like, look at that!
That's pretty cool.
Look at that!
Beth said she loves Green Creek.
So good. I do believe Beth, didn't you participate in Pack Along?
Mm.
Which I have decided I'm going to put off doing a redo of Pack Along when they announce either the prequel or the graphic novel.
Oh, yeah, I did hear they were coming out with a graphic novel.
So that'll be like the perfect time to do
It's so pretty.
a Pack Along part 2, where we reread the entire series and get devastated all over again.
I bet Ray would be down to do that with you.
Yes.
Because he loved it. He went down
Yes.
a rabbit hole and read every single one.
Oh, like I was telling the girls yesterday, I don't know whose video I was watching, but I was flipping through videos and I saw that someone was reading a couple of my favorites in the same video.
Uh-huh.
They read Red, White, and Royal Blue, Song of Achilles, and Green Creek, I do believe, the first one, and hated every single one of them, gave them all 1 stars, and bashed each one, and I was
Oh
crying.
no. That is sad.
Yeah, I figured we would like read them and then lead up to the new one coming out.
I actually enjoyed Red, White, and Royal Blue. I haven't watched the movie yet, though.
My 6 editions back here, and then my what is it? The 4 editions of Song of Achilles, and then
I
the God knows how many editions of Green Creek back here,
I
and
keep
God
seeing
knows how many Heartstopper.
I keep seeing Song of Achilles in Target, and then I think of you every time I look at
Oh yes, we're getting a prequel series, Beth, for Green Creek.
it. um. Oh, that's exciting. Yep.
Yes.
I don't think we have anything else for The Stars Are Dying. I think we were pretty clear. But yes, our next book for February is Lady of Darkness. We haven't scheduled an actual live show yet, but if you stay tuned to the Instagram page, I will post when that will be. So that way you guys know when it's going to be. And we will, I think, pretty sure we're going to have a special guest host.
There's a map. I didn't know there was a map. I haven't opened it.
Yeah, I got my paperback way over there. It's sitting underneath my TV right now. But I am very excited to read Lady of Darkness.
Same, and it should. I'm pretty sure the live will be on my channel.
Yep.
Do we know what it's about? Assassins and Fae.
I think she was talking about the.
Oh, the prequel is
Yeah.
about the very first time the Bennett family moved to Green Creek. And it's supposed to explain why they chose Green Creek. And it's supposed to explain the magic of the town.
But stay tuned for all the important information for Lady of Darkness if you decide to join us.
And yes, we know we chose one of our longest books for the shortest month. We know. We
And
did
I
not
will.
realize until we got our editions in that we went, oh, crap. Okay. But this is not the longest book we will be reading for this book club this year.
We have a really long one coming up.
In May,
When
I
is
do
it?
believe.
May,
Let
I
me
think.
check. I have our list right here.
I think our longest one will probably. I think it's in May. Pretty sure. And it's an epic fantasy that I never thought I would ever pick up. However, one of my
Same.
favorite booktubers, I've been her Patreon,
May.
absolutely loves this book. And she said she was sobbing during it.
And also, September's is not that small either. I saw the paperback at Half Price Books the other day. Not Half Price Books, at Vintage Stock the other day, and I about had a cow. The day we solidified it as our September pick, I had a cow when I saw how long it was.
Are you sure? Are we thinking of the same book?
Dragons, yes.
Dragon. I was
Blue,
thinking of a different book.
September's is long. May is the epic fantasy.
Yeah. I
But our
can't remember. I'm starting to wonder if we were thinking of the same book for September. I can't remember what you said. What you said.
it's blue with dragons.
Blue with dragons. My brain's not computing. Hold
Super
on.
popular.
Beth, September's my birthday, so you're saying you're gonna kill me on my birthday? Well, maybe it won't be so bad.
There you go. Check the private chat.
So I completely forgot what September's was. Oh, I thought it was a different book.
Oh, not Aragon, Shay. Not Aragon.
No, not that one. I was thinking of something. Oh, Shay said Aragon. No, it's not Aragon. I was thinking of a different book completely.
What book are
I
you
thought
thinking?
it was. For some reason, I was thinking it was Guild. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not that
No,
long.
we didn't solidify that for anything because August we chose the other one that's
Yeah,
also one
I
of
know what
Justice
one we chose
Faves.
for August. That one I do remember.
But we have Guild as an option for another month. We just haven't solidified
Not
that.
me going to Google Blue Book with Dragons.
All I will
Oh,
say is Illumicrate and Fairy Loot,
and I have the paperback.
which the paperback I saw at Vintage Stock was well over 600 pages, and I went, alrighty then. This is the year of gigantic, epic fantasy books, I guess.
I am excited to read it though because I've heard. I mean, I've heard mixed things, but
I
more
mean, the
good
sequel
than
comes
not
out.
so good.
I mean, the sequel comes out in October, so if
So that's
anybody's good at googling,
back. It's so fun being out of the loop.
I mean, if y'all haven't heard as well, this is our March pick.
And I'm very excited for Fear the Flames.
This is just the year of dragons for us.
Yeah, we're doing. Um, how many Dragon books are we doing this year?
Two.
No, is it two? I thought it was three. Unless I'm wrong.
Well,
Is our May book have
technically,
dragons?
wait, what?
Is our May book have dragons?
Possibly. I don't know anything about that one except that it's epic standalone fantasy.
Uh, oh, I can't remember if there's dragons in that one or not. I'll have to find out.
All I know is this book's map
Right? I love it.
is stunning. And it feels like we have done a lot of dragons because of Onyx Storm coming out and us
Yeah,
doing Fourth Wing in December. And then we had an impromptu live talking about Iron Flame because I needed to talk.
yeah. You have to make up for what Rebecca isn't going to give us. So, so Beth
We're just feeding the girls while we're waiting for book 4.
yeah, for real. And
Just
I am
feeding the
excited
girly.
for you already are I think the only ones we've announced so far is the one that we just read, and February and March. The other ones will be announced when it gets closer to probably like the
We'll
end of the
probably announce in
quarter.
March.
Yeah. In March, we'll announce April, May, and June.
Yeah, because April's book comes out in March.
I know, that's why I'm so excited. I'm gonna pre-order probably on Saturday.
I will state May and June are a first for both of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Epic fantasy, standalone fantasy, and then we're reading a manhwa in June.
I'm excited for that one because the edition that I got of it is stunning.
And then we're reading a popular author in July, which I'm excited
Me
for.
too, because I read that author before a couple times and really
Oh,
enjoyed her books.
we have solidified our next 2 quarters. We just have not solidified the final quarter.
Yeah, we're all set all the way up to September. We just
Yes.
haven't chosen October, November, and December yet. However, if you guys have any ideas of what you want to read with us for the last 3 months of the year, if you know of any new releases that you really, really want to read that's fantasy romance for those last 3 months, definitely give us whatever recommendations that you've got.
Um, think for November and December if you guys can possibly give us a polar fantasy, like an adult polar fantasy. I think that would be interesting to have
Mm-hmm.
because that'll be another different type of fantasy for us to read.
That's true. But if you
Even
guys
though
have
part of
any
me
ideas, feel free to let us know.
even though part of me wants you to like wait to read my favorite book of last year and then we can just reread it this year in preparation for book 2 to come out in December.
Um, Tell me in the private chat which one that is because I don't recall. But we do have some great books planned all the way up to September, so I'm very excited for all the books. Oh yes, that's
I was
uh
like, that'd be
part of
perfect
my
to read.
friend's challenge.
Be perfect to read in November because the sequel comes out in December, and I really don't mind rereading that.
Mm, okay, I'm down. We can do that. So we have October and December open then.
Oh, okay.
I really do want to read that, and it's part of my 13 by 13 challenge. So
That's why I was like, if we
it's
solidify
perfect.
more from your 1313, it guarantees that you'll read it.
And one of my 13 is also August's book.
Yes.
Um, Amanda, I read Dark Lover and loved it. Is that um the Black Dagger Brotherhood one?
Yes.
That name sounds familiar. I think I had the paperback and then I ended up unfollowing it because I didn't think I was ever gonna get to it.
Good
But that's
series.
a really, really, really long series too.
I'm on like book 10 or 11. The book after the gay guy's book. That's all I know. I'm on Torment's book, I think. I think that's his name.
So we just need to find something for October and December.
Yes. Well, we have a polar fantasy now.
That's true. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like,
I
that
did
name
not
sounds familiar.
I did not just manipulate that situation into reading my favorite book of last year again. Just
Yeah, I was thinking of potentially reading it this month in January, but then I decided not to. I'm not sure why, but I think it's because I had so many books on my plate already. And February is going to be busy because I'm going on a cruise, and there's rom-com suitathon, and I want to participate in at least some of it. I can't do all of it because of my cruise, but but I am excited for all the bookish stuff that we have coming. And also, um, our announcement probably won't go up until July, most likely. But we got plans for August, so.
Oh, hold on. They took down the sequel announcement
Huh?
for November's book.
Yeah.
They took down, but we can still do it.
Yeah, we can still do it.
They just removed it. Was there last week because I had it pre-ordered and then I had to cancel my pre-order and just add it to a
Uh,
wish list because life. South is the Sea is book 2.
you might have just revealed it by saying the name of the second.
If they go, I've been saying my favorite book of last year. If they go watch my video, they're gonna know. Listen,
Give me one moment.
like, let's be honest. I've been raving about this author. I'm next to her shelf. So yes, if y'all have any ideas for October and December,
Yes. Definitely let us know if you have any ideas. Like, oh no, Beth already figured it out.
I mean, it's fine. Who will remember, anyways? I
Shay's like,
mean,
I watch your videos, still don't know what you're talking about.
how many times have I recommended this book to people? And hey, having this on the list, we'll have a Mel Mel romance and a sapphic.
Yeah, that works out perfect.
So, any reason for me to read that book again or more books by that author, I am down. So,
I have been wanting to read it because you raved about it.
because I
Well,
think,
stay tuned for all the announcements throughout the year because we have so much coming to you guys. And
yes.
August will be jam packed, so I'm excited for August.
Yes, August is going to be a triple whammy of things being tied together,
Because if
at
you
least with
watch,
Amanda.
yeah, stay tuned for both of our channels, and then there's one other channel making an announcement that the two of us will be on as well, essentially.
Yes.
So if you want to hear about that announcement, make sure you follow. Should I mention her name or should I wait?
I would wait.
Okay, I won't say her name yet, but stay tuned.
Make sure you're following everyone that we talk about in all of our videos.
I mean, we talk about them constantly, so. But yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff planned for everybody.
Yes.
So if you like fun stuff, stay tuned.
And
I'm
come
excited about
fall for some fantasy with us in Fiction Falls.
it. um, I think that's all we've got.
Hmm.
Unless you have anything else that you could think of.
Just join us because we're excited.
Yes, Lady of
And
Darkness will be February's pick. So
hopefully, this won't get a 2.5 from me.
yeah, so make sure if you haven't already, go follow the Instagram. It's called, I think I called it Fiction Falls Academy. But you can still follow it because it's all Fiction Falls news regardless. So make sure you go follow the Instagram, and all the information will be there. For I haven't posted the February stuff yet because I we haven't locked down the actual live
Live
show
show
date
date.
because we have one person to chat with and make sure she can still join us.
Because they may be doing something else. So it's like we need to make sure we're not overlapping with other things.
Yeah, exactly. Hoping for a 5 star for Clint.
I mean, it said adult Throne of Glass, and I was like, cool, I'm putting a 5-star prediction on this. I don't need to know what it's about.
Yeah, I read Assassins and I'm like sold.
Just how she pitched it as adult thrown a glass, I went, this is what I'm going to be doing. Is I'm just going, I'm going to gobble it up.
Yeah, and I've heard the sequel series is even better. So I'm like, I gotta read this series because there's crossovers between the two series. So I'm like, let's start with this one, and if we like this series, we could potentially, read the sequel series.
I just noticed something.
What? What is that?
That's a
Oh,
dragon.
dragon.
Is there dragons in this? I mean, if it's adult thrown of glass, maybe.
That'd be funny. Have two dragon books in a row.
Unintentionally. Again, this is the year of dragons, apparently.
For Sonic Storm, and off we go to the next.
I blame Rebecca Yaros for our year of dragons.
She said you get a dragon.
You get a dragon. You get a dragon. You get a dragon. We
Oh
all
my
get
Oh
dragons.
my god, it's Year of the Dragon for fantasy.
Wait, what is
Year
this?
of the Dragon, call Oprah.
Hold on, what year is it in the Chinese? What Chinese zodiac is? Oh, it's the year of the snake. Never mind. It would have been funnier if it was the year of the dragon and we're reading a lot of dragons
Right? Unintentionally.
unintentionally.
So, um, let's said Year of the Snake. Yep.
Close enough. It's a snake with wings. It's a Chinese dragons. They don't have legs.
That's true.
Or if we go into fourth wing, those are just wyverns.
That is true. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for this live show, even though we only spent, what, 30, 40 minutes or so talking about the book?
Would it be the first live show we've done that?
True. But thank you, both Beth and Shay for being here.
Yes.
Hopefully we will have a
And
live
Letty
show
for
date for
joining
you
us.
guys for the next book soon. Huh?
And Letty, because she started.
Oh yeah, and Letty, of course. Don't you dare disrespect Internal like that.
I will never insult Andarna.
I love Yandarna.
Anything
But
happens to her, I will fight Rebecca.
but that is all we have for this live show. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Stay tuned for all the fun stuff that we have coming up. Watch for the Instagram, and we will see you all in the next show. So, bye everyone.